everybody, and you're very welcome to the next episode of our podcast, Advocacy Works. I'm Siobhan Flynn.
I'm Phil Crispy.
I'm Grace Howley.
I'm Claire Hall.
And today we are very excited to have two invited guests who are I'm going to get them to introduce themselves in a moment. But just to say a big thank you for coming today. I know you're very busy and it's very much appreciated. So I will hand over to Karen and I will get you to introduce yourself.
Hi, how are you? And thank you. Just to say, firstly, thank you for inviting me here today. It's been an honour and a pleasure. I work with Grace, so I'm delighted to be able to come and have a chat and meet everybody. My name is Karen Coffey. Currently, at the moment, I work with Grace in Aricus Insurances. We used to previously work in Hooper Dolan Insurances. Our office was on the Mall in Waterford City, but now we're located out in Bellevue Port. Over by Ferrybank. I have worked in the insurance industry for quite a number of years. I won't say how long because I'll be giving away my age. But I have worked with Grace, I suppose, with the last 6, 7, maybe 8 years.
9 years.
Grace is counting. Grace is counting. 9 years. So I know Grace very, very well. She comes into us once a week on a Wednesday morning, which is fantastic. That's it.
Lovely. I will come back to you now again
Perfect.
in a minute. And Leanne.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I work for Moe's Cafe in Tramore. I manage the restaurant. Popular spot. And we have Sean who works with us. Sean's not with us today, but he also comes on a Wednesday, sometimes a Thursday, once a week. We absolutely love having Sean with us. It's new to Moe's, so Sean's been with us for a couple of months now. He's been doing placement and he's going to be employed at the end of summer. He'll be finished his placement and becoming a staff member with the team.
Lovely, and we'll delve into a little bit more of that in a few minutes around that. Now, so what I kind of ran ahead of myself in that. Because what we have done for all our other episodes is to try and make people nice and relaxed, but you seem kind of nice and relaxed now already, is to ask people a question on what their favourite song, their favourite band, or a favourite place they've ever been to. So I've backtracked because I have to try and keep the momentum going. So Karen.
Okay, my favourite song at the moment, because my little boy is obsessed with it, is Star in the Eyes from Coldplay. I didn't get to see them when they were here in Ireland, but thankfully at the end of August I'm going to London to see them.
Nice,
yes,
nice,
and looking forward to that. And I actually have 3 boys at the moment, and over the last couple of years we go to France every year, camping. So
Lovely,
that's
lovely.
the ideal holiday for us at the moment.
Perfect. That's brilliant. Leanne?
My favourite song is really anything Jordan Davis. He's a country singer. I absolutely love country music. And I've done a lot of travelling over the years, and my favourite place would have to be Hawaii.
Oh, nice. Our previous episode, Barbados, got mentioned.
It did.
We'll have to go. Yeah, Hawaii would be nice. France? Never been to France. Yeah. We'll put them on our list, won't we?
Bucket list.
We're ticking off all the lovely places that people have been to.
Bucket list.
On our bucket list. Yeah. So, thank you for that. Okay, so we get back to the serious questions now. So, Grace.
Okay, Karen, tell us about yourself. Where do you work and what is your role there?
So I currently work, as I just mentioned earlier on, I previously worked in Hooper Dolan Insurances for quite a long time. Aricus Insurances, who is the biggest broker in Ireland at the moment, had taken over Hooper Dolan Insurances a couple of years ago. Currently at the moment, I think we have nearly 750 to 800 staff. We're based in the Waterford office, which is over in Bellevue Port. We have several offices throughout the country, from the north to the west to the south to the east. Currently myself, I'm a manager in Personal Lines department. Personal Lines would involve customers that will bring in on a daily basis. We look after their car insurance, their travel insurance and their commercial vehicle insurance. So quite a busy environment.
Okay, very good. That's great. And
Leanne.
Philip, I think you have a question, yeah?
For Leanne. Just about yourself, where do you work and what is the role there?
So, as I was saying, I work in Moe's in Tramore, and I would be the general manager there. So we're not as busy as the insurance company. During the summer, we'd have about 45 employees. So we are a big team for a restaurant. But yeah, we love it right down at the beach, so couldn't pick a better session
No, I
to work
couldn't.
every day.
Absolutely. That's great. Thanks for that. Now I'm going to pass you on to Claire.
Hello. So, any of you ready? So, just what advice would you give to someone who has intellectual disability and would like to gain paid employment, work experience?
I could answer that because I just went through it with Sean. My best advice is just come in and give it a go. You know, you learn on the job. It's the best way to learn. It's the best way for any of my staff to learn is come in, give it a go, do your best, do a few weeks of learning. And the other staff will always teach everyone. Everyone's there to help you. And just go for it. Don't be scared and just go in and give it your all.
Yeah, the road that might pop in and see.
You should pop into me.
Yeah, there you go. You might get a job out of Jet Philip.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Philip.
And Karen, what have you?
Yeah, I think that, I suppose it just emphasise what you've said. I think it's important just in relation to being yourself. Identify where your strengths are. What do you feel comfortable in doing? What do you love doing? Any of us have our good points. We have our strengths. We have our weaknesses. So I think it's important to focus on the strengths and work on those.
Yeah, that's important, isn't it? But I suppose it's great that we do have employers who will, employ people with intellectual disability. Because there are some employers who won't, and that's actually leads me on to my next question. Some, we have some of our staff who've been, supporting people to find the employment that they would like, and we have come up across barriers from some employers, and this is not a negative against employers. It's just it's experience. This is what happens, and it really is that they feel they couldn't employ somebody with an intellectual disability because there are health and safety risks. There would be a need for more insurance, a different insurance, a specific insurance. Like, we know that is not the case because ye employ people with a disability. So what advice could you give, or have any thoughts on that, really, around that? Because it is a barrier that not just within the South East region, but on a national basis, this could be the experience of some people who would approach an employer and they would say, I know it becomes a barrier. So have you had any advice on that? Or
I suppose just coming from the insurance background, insurance.
very woman.
Yeah.
Yes. The very woman.
Is this the reason I was called here
Yeah,
today?
no.
Coming from the insurance background, an insurance policy that would be in place for any type of business covers all employees, and there's no exceptions.
Yes.
And there's no thing to say excluding, X, Y, and Z, or for any particular reasons. It's all employees. I think from an employer's perspective, I think sometimes there's a lack of understanding. Really, in fairness, I think there's a little bit of the fear of the unknown. Not knowing maybe how to deal with a situation. And what I'd say to anybody coming into a new job, everybody has to be trained. Everyone has to be shown the ropes. Everyone has to be shown what to do. From the minute you come in the door, from when you walk out the door, no matter what type of a job, what kind of a working environment it is, everyone has to be trained. And it's about putting that time into somebody, regardless, starting off new. Sometimes somebody might take it, it might take them a week to get up and going. Sometimes it might take somebody a little longer, and everyone has different strengths in every way. Some people might be good at one particular thing, where somebody else might need a little bit of additional support. And it's just about giving that time and that focus on it.
Yeah. Okay, that's brilliant. That's great. And it's great. For a minute, you have a different hat on you in a sense, because you have the insurance hat on you. But I suppose you've worked with Grace for 9 years, so
Absolutely.
you know what I mean. So, and Leanne, you're quite new to employing somebody supporting somebody in your.
But however, I would, if I was talking to any other employers, I would highly recommend it for multiple reasons, especially in the customer service field. The staff morale is so much higher when Sean is in versus when he's not in. And when my staff are happy, they're working to the best of their ability, and the customers love Sean. They love him being there. Sean makes so much tips. It's honestly hilarious. But the customers love him. It's good for business in that way. The customers are happy, the staff are happy. I've just highly recommended. And I get that people might be a bit worried, but once again, go the route that I went down, which was experience first. You know, give somebody the opportunity to learn the trade and then come and join the team. And I feel like people might be a lot more comfortable maybe going down that route if they've never done it before.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose we would have lots of people who are on work experience. It's probably a big bugbear of mine in the sense that we would have also lots of people who are on work experience for a long, long time. But it sounds like you have a plan.
Yes.
That's within a certain time frame, and you know, and that is brilliant. But and I suppose it's because you know, and it is a big bugbear of mine that we have lots of people, we have people who would be on like a work experience for years as opposed to you know, a couple of months or something like that. So I suppose I know from a services point of view, we need to be able to promote that as well and the balance. But it's great that you're here, that you know Sean is getting his experience and this is your plan.
Exactly.
And I'm sure it was similar when Grace started. Like you're absolutely part of the company now, Grace, and very much an advocate and very proud to say she works there. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm sure starting off it was probably experience.
When Grace had started with us, my former boss, Cathal Lowe, who was the director of Hooper Dolan Insurances, had done a dancing competition with Grace. Now, I don't know as to whether they won it or not, but
I was in the event dancing show myself, and they recorded very well at that time.
They did very well, did they?
They did.
They did. Yeah. And even though he was dancing with Grace, I say, you know, everyone in the office felt we were nearly dancing Grace, because he used to come in from the practice sessions, he'd come in the following morning, tell us, you know, how many steps went right, how many steps didn't go right, how they were progressing through the week. So we felt we were on the journey with Grace. And he had said afterwards that she was just fantastic, you know, at what she had done in relation to the dedication, you know, putting her mind to it, everything was above board, and he always said, I'd love to bring her in. He said that a few times, and I said one day, let's just bring her in. Yeah. And that we did. I never turned back.
Yeah. Which is brilliant, isn't it, Grace?
Yeah.
You enjoy working there?
I love working there.
Yeah.
Let's just say, when it comes to the birthdays in the offices, we'd often get cake for the person, but when it comes to Grace's birthday, there's cake and balloons.
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, it's very important to celebrate birthdays.
Yes.
I am absolutely on that one. Yeah, very good. So, Philip, I think you have a final question there now. Well, actually, apologies. You have a final, and then Grace has a final question.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I have one.
I don't get clear. Okay, we keep going.
Is it good to see your company including people with disabilities as part of your workforce?
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That people are included in the workforce. Yeah. And what advice
Would you give to other employers who currently have a vacant position that somebody with a disability could potentially be employed to do?
So it's really, we've kind of spoken about, but it's really like if you could say one thing to an employer who has a vacant position that potentially a person with an intellectual disability could take on. You know, there's absolutely no reason why once they have the skills. So like, is there one thing you could say to an employer who might be a little bit hesitant?
Yeah, I'd say to them, focus on the job, not the disability.
Very good.
You know, I think it's important, and what I would say is be very open-minded.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
I would just say, don't be worried. It is a great experience for everyone. Everyone involved.
Yeah.
There's no need to be worried. There's no need to hold back whatsoever.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic experience.
Okay, great. And the benefits is for everybody.
It's for
Yes,
everybody.
absolutely. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we know that. It's to try and get everybody else to realise that. But great. Now, Grace, we pass you on to you.
Okay,
The last one.
This is one that Grace came up with herself.
Say if you have somebody with intellectual disabilities working in an office, do they have the same rights as everyone else, and do they also have the same support?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What I'd say is it's all about an opportunity and it's all about inclusion. I think that's very, very important. I think no matter what, for anybody in life, everyone deserves a chance. You know, and if it's a case of situation doesn't work out, we learn from it.
Absolutely.
And, you know, we might head down a different road or head down a different track, and as to what's right and what's wrong and what's suitable for that person. I think opportunity and inclusion is very, very important. Grace is working with us, you know, every Wednesday morning, but it's not just 3 hours on a Wednesday morning. You know, when we have social events, when we have Christmas parties, she's top of the list. Her name is included. As I mentioned earlier on,
You're the party.
yeah, I'm a personal taxi to bring her along. Any social events that we have, it's not just work, it's not just in and out the door, it's anything that we have in relation to social events, she's always included and loves it.
Same experience that we all have when we're employed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're the party.
And yourself, Leanne?
Yes, 100%. Diversity and inclusion is the most important thing for any business. It really is. And like I said before, Sean makes everyone's day. You know, he's literally everyone's ray of sunshine when he comes in. He gets the exact same opportunity as everybody else in there. And most especially, everyone works as a team, and Sean is part of our team. You know, we love him to be there, he loves to be there, so
That's all. That's half the battle.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely,
exactly,
isn't it?
exactly.
Yeah. So this absolutely is the final question. I'm going to pass you on to Claire.
We've only one more now.
There you go.
Yes. What rights are the most important to you, Karen?
I suppose I just go back over it again, what I said in relation to, you're right, and what you said then in inclusion and diversity. That is the be all and end all. In fairness, as I mentioned, everyone deserves a fair chance, everyone deserves an opportunity. You know, what I mentioned earlier on in relation to finding what's suitable for that person, that's more important than anything. If something doesn't work out, we, you know, go down maybe a different road, a small little bit of maybe attention and care in relation to something in specific to make that work. It's to sit down and find out what that person needs and understand it more so than anything. And that's important. Exactly what you had said in relation to Sean being in the business. If it's the case, Grace would say to us on a Wednesday, you know, Karen, I can't come next week because she loves her holidays and she's always on the go. She is, you know, on a Wednesday morning, for some people who may not be in the office, say, where's Grace this morning? Where's Grace this morning? You know, and that's important. You know, if she wasn't there, everyone's like, where is she? Where is she? She is a part of us and she is belonging to our family.
Absolutely. Brilliant. And the same question to yourself,
I was just going to say
What's
that.
the most important right to you? So even, you know, and I for yourself, Karen, as well, like, inclusion is it, but it's kind of like, we as people who don't have a disability, it's not something that we think of. We don't actually think about what are our most important rights. So some people would say the right to vote, the right to get married, the right to have children and stuff like that. And I suppose we talk about rights with people with intellectual disability all the time because it's so important that their voice is heard in that. But I suppose for us, we don't ever think about what our rights are. So we put catching you on the hop for you from a personal point of view.
Equal opportunity. Equal opportunity, I would say I would pick. You know, Sean deserves the exact same opportunity as anybody else who walks through my door and asks me, can they start working on those? You know, that's definitely what
I've been in the morning.
Yeah.
Philip's on the way. Yeah.
You'll be part of the team in no time.
Yeah. But so that's it, really. I really appreciate it. I know you're very busy and you've given your time, and we do really appreciate it, don't we? We thank you so much for giving us your time and promoting the positives when it comes to employing people with intellectual disabilities.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you for having us here.
Yeah, yes. So we'll end. I'm just going to say it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me. Goodbye from me.
And from Karen, goodbye from me.
And from Leanne, goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.